Good evening. Can I keep it real with y'all? Can I keep it real with y'all? I mean, really real with y'all. All right. This is something so serious that most times me and my friends make jokes about being in touch. Being in close proximity to something that's most times is uncomfortable to be discussed. And I wonder if David or Moses ever indulged or thought about this touch. So I hope you have your hearts tuned to R, because this movie for me, it started at the age 13. And I make a plea that someone as young as I was does not get a buzz from a poster or trying to watch HBO's Real Sex through squiggly lines. You got to understand that I'm a man. And we as men, we need release, be it in sports, fighting, or the occasional teasing. See, all these are appeasing, but my particular fetish, it needs to be pleased. And it's so innocent, y'all, I'm telling you. It just happens between me and me. So, sit there. I hope it makes you a little tight underneath, because of what I'm about to address, it doesn't just happen to me. So I felt the need to expose me, impose on me, because if left alone, I'm prone to explore me. And when I get lonely, the old James comes back in my mind and it says, it's okay to blow away the one gift besides my voice that God gave me as a legacy. 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 And I use the excuse to release as a means to abuse and misuse the tool that God gave a man to plant. Fellas, this is the most selfish act that a husband, man, can have. And for those who know me, I'm about to begin to slowly show you the unqualified and unworthy me. And it's the reason why I stay so ashy. So don't put it past me. And if you don't get this by the end, plain and simple, this fetish that I battle is plain and simple nasty. And my seeds have been summer everywhere, dispersed with the perverse mind that when left alone that says it's okay. Because I have to quench this appetite, because from her apple I can't bite, so I might as well just try to get it to settle down. But let's go back a little bit. Back to that lad who would wait till his mom was in hibernation in the infestation of Asian round mounds and Popeye styles would make my youth rise to a sensation of what I thought was bliss. And see, I would listen to my peers, and their stories would serve as a way to out-tune the TV that was going on in my mind, but you got to understand, I have a gift with words. And their sounds would serve as a backdrop to my own XXX title. I mean, I had Wilt Chamberlain numbers in my mind way before I even touched a woman at the age of 18. And it's a joke in our community. It's not even taken serious. Most times, it's not even taught in sex ed. I just thought it was a way to, offset abstination. And all the best comics, they made jokes about it. Martin even got a whole set on You So Crazy. You know, why ain't no black people in Mayberry? Y'all remember that? That was me. But you see, my mindset was twisted. See, I thought a Godhead would create, this is funny, so funny. I thought a Godhead would allow me to stain my sheets as long as I had a towel nearby to clean. 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 See, clean is Adam and Eve. Clean is not Adam trying to hide from Eve while he looks at copies of Adam and Eve. See how Satan deceives? And this continued for me through college. Because what they say, like Pringles, you can't, once you pop, you never stop. See, all this because I ate from the tree of pleasure knowledge. Nobody could satisfy me. I mean, the correlation between sex outside of marriage, unwed sex, and sex with self, it feeds a habit that becomes a fetish, that becomes as rabid as Tiger Wood. You let me hit? If not, then I'll just take care of it myself. And please, when you walk in, don't pretend as if you don't see my heart rate racing underneath my sheets. See, there's nothing that you can do for me because I know how to satisfy me. I know how to volcano myself. Myself. That's what somebody says when they're on their last breath. See, the more I try to satisfy myself, I can feel Jesus come along and say, why are you doing that? Why are you getting rid of your legacy? Your legacy. Your legacy. It's funny. Because the more I try to touch myself, the more he chased after me. The more I try to get in touch with myself, the more they laughed at me. So I'm on stage, bare and naked. Because there's so many Christians out there who fake it. See, fellas, you know what happens. You're on the phone, and you're talking to her, and you ask her to come by, and for some reason she does not. Then the conversation twists to another spot. Now both of you hot. Batteries buzzing. Now you both wishing you was someplace you wasn't. And you know how that ends. You either need a cigarette or sleep. See, this is deep. So enthusiastic that you wait for everybody in the house to go to sleep so you can creep with yourself. It's funny. I titled this poem, iTouch. You know, the phone, touch. But here's what I had to do. I had to put down the Mac. And I had to shuffle past all the fake tunes on my iPod because I had too many not my standards. Because I was realizing I was missing on too many of his podcasts. So now I'm just hands-free. So whenever that urge comes along and tries to get me, and my hands try to go, I choose not to follow. And it's times like this that I say, fellas and ladies, please allow your pride to be swallowed. And I'm speaking from the man's point of view, but ladies, just as much as you make it taboo, you guys read from the same book too. Because as we as men hit the moonlight in the right light, guaranteed that a rabbit and a body pillow will have your whole world shook. Literally shook. But there's a new book. There's a new chapter and a new law. So I say again, I remain to be hands-free, and I allow my hands to not be my leading, but I try to follow thee. I touch.